Hey everyone, happy Friday. I am sorry, I said I would be on here like 15 minutes ago, but you know, like the rest of my day, just things are not going according to plan. But here I am, better late than never is what I'm going with. Let me get this logged in so I can see your comments. Hopefully you are having a good Friday. Like I said, I am not having the best day, but we will persevere. Okay, I see we got a couple people, so that is good. Please say hello, hi. Let me know where you're at. Yes, okay. We are gonna work with this suite. Basically what we're gonna do is we are gonna recreate the card I made for our team swap. So every new catalog, we have the option to sign up and do a swap card within our team. And it's great because then I get cards from suites or bundles or stamp sets that I didn't buy. Hello, Roz. Florida. Oh, that would be nice. Hello, Teddy. So yes, so this is the card. We're going to just recreate the card I made. I chose to work with this suite of products, and I'm glad that I did because no one else did. So Texture Chic, if you haven't noticed. So this suite is $107, but you get this giant stamp set, a huge bundle of dies, this amazing DSP, and this really amazing gold, what do they call it? Distressed gold specialty paper. So if you have looked at this and you're kind of on the fence about it, hopefully this card will change your mind. I love this DSP and this gold paper. So I'm going to be totally honest with you. I had considered purchasing everything in the suite except for the gold paper because I was kind of like, do I really need this paper? And yeah, you really do because it's awesome. And you're going to see, so you can kind of see I've got all my bits here from when I was making them. So some of our stuff is already ready, but we're still going to work through it. So yes, this paper, this gold paper is so cool. It's, yeah, really awesome. I was using the adhesive sheets on the back of it because I was die cutting intricate bits, and you're going to see that when we move forward. So we're just going to get started. We're going to hop right in. So this paper, colors, Evening Evergreen, Mango Melody, Petal Pink, Pool Party, Soft Succulent, and Soft Suede. Yes, that paper is stunning, Roz, you're right. So the card that I made, I chose to use a Petal Pink card base. And I chose to use this ribbon, which is not part of the suite, but I'll show you because it's also Petal Pink. I used half inch. I need to have my inches side. I used 1/2 inch strips of 4 of the DSP patterns. So I chose this one and this one, this one, and this one. So these 4 I used in my card. And then, like I said, I used the gold, I used Soft Succulent, I used more Petal Pink, and then I used some Smoky Slate. Okay, so like I said, a few pieces are already done because I was mass producing, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I'll wait and I'll do a live. So we're gonna do some of it now, and some of it's gonna be like, made for TV, already finished. These die cut circles, for those of you who don't already have it or haven't noticed it. So Stampin' Up! Used to have these dies that were called stitched shapes. And they were stitched circles, ovals, and squares. They retired. We were all like, oh my God, it's so sad. So now they have these stylish shapes. So again, stitched circles, stitched squares, and now these awesome stitched banners. So If you're a demonstrator, you probably already have them. If you watch lots of demonstrators, you've probably seen them using these a ton. So all the demonstrators are gonna have them 100%. So I chose to use, I think I used the third or maybe the second largest. Let me look. Yeah, so second largest. So I cut out a circle in the second largest in Smoky Slate. So I've already done that. We're not going to do it again. I also already stamped on it. So the stamps here, you can see we've got several greetings. A thanks, thinking of you, love you, you're amazing beyond measure, you make each season of life even more beautiful, I'm here for you and wishing you the best birthday ever. So this one is nice, you can use it for all 4 seasons, which is great because I don't really buy autumn stamp sets, even though they're lovely and they're gonna be coming out, hey Moira, in the new holiday catalog, but it's not generally my thing. But now I have autumn here, we've got the sea, we've got just some other little texture bits, we've got the snowflake, and we've got the flowers. So I have gone with the flowers and the leaves, and then you're gonna see we're gonna use this texture stamp, and then I went with the birthday because in my mind, everyone uses birthday cards, not everyone uses thank you cards. So we're gonna put this aside. I have already, so I'll show you in the die cuts. You can see there is tons, and I'm gonna show you just because I was playing around with it. So this is this big die cut here. So it's really cool. Just could be used just to add texture to your card, or you could use it almost in place of the circle as like a focal point. So I'm gonna play around with that a bit more. And then I die cut some of these delicate sort of little leaf pieces. So this piece, you're gonna see we use in the card in gold, but I was playing around with some of these other ones. So you've got the flower with detail, a smaller flower, you've got, or no, sorry, that's a shell with detail, flower with detail, smaller flower, snowflake and detail, the leaves, couple leaves, the little floral centers, and then some different shells. So lots of dies. I used this large leaf die already, so you can see I've already cut them out in soft succulent, so we don't need any more. We actually only need 2 for the card. So we already have 2. We are gonna need another piece with the gold though. And so for the gold, I used this detail die and it fits perfectly on top. It's awesome. And then we are going to need the outline of the flower, which I have already stamped, but we'll go over that, okay? So I'm gonna put those to the side, and then we're just gonna kind of get, oh, and I'm gonna get the ribbon to show you. So this is, sorry, I'm just not seeing it on my shelf, of course. Which means I was using it and didn't put it away, which is one of my favorite things to do. Oh goodness, well, I've already cut it, so I don't have to find it. I'll find it in the catalog and then hopefully find it, because, you know, that would be sad. So it's like a suede. I think it's polyester, but it feels like suede. It's so soft. Sorry, I've gone too far, haven't I? Where's the ribbon? The other side of the paper, yes. So it's this petal pink soft polyester ribbon. It's lovely. Hopefully I can find it. Okay, so let's just get started. We need our, I just had it. I'm looking for my silicone mat. Oh, here it is. And my glue. Okay, so what I did to start this card is I just glued these 4 strips on. So all I did, and this is 100%, this is how I did this. I knew I wanted a border here, so I just took some glue and I went across the top about as far as I kind of thought it was going to take. And then I went down. And then I just kind of went like this. It's not very scientific. And then I started with this green one. I did make all 20 cards the exact same, so I didn't play around with the order of the strips. So I put this strip first, then I skipped a strip, and I laid down this next one. Roughly like that. Then now I'm sort of breaking up the pinks with the green. I laid this one over top of those two, so they're overlapping. So this is just giving me a little bit of layering, but like not sequential layering. And then this last piece. Now, if you want, I can totally show you what all these DSP patterns look like, the full sheets. But this one has leaves, this one actually has shells. So they kind of play with the different themes. There's one, I think maybe that has snowflakes. So you can see I've gone a little too far with my adhesive, but that's okay. We'll just wipe that off. All right, so that's how I started. And then I just cut the ends, obviously. So this is, I did my card opening this way, but it doesn't matter. I originally thought I was gonna tie the ribbon around, which is why I made the card that way. And then I didn't end up doing that, but I left the card like that. I still have one of these, so I'm gonna pull out my adhesive eraser. I know, I think if you're in the US, you can probably buy these, and you can probably order them online. Hobby Lobby, or I don't know, something like that is what that store's called. You gotta make sure it's clean when you use it though, because see, if you pick a corner, like I've done, that wasn't clean, then you'd actually end up making it worse, because it just makes your card dirty. There we go. Okay, so we've got our 4 strips. Now, the next thing I did was some stamping. And you can see I had played around with the idea of the gold on the petal pink, but I chose not to do that in the end for this card. So I then pulled out this guy. And I did tone on tone, so I used petal pink. And I just did a little bit of stamping. So what I did here is I did a full one of these guys up top. And then I did another one kind of down here. I did one down there. I did something over here. I did something in there. And I did something up there. So I just threw a bit of, just to add some interest to the rest of the card versus using an embossing folder or something like that. And then you're gonna see. So now we're gonna decorate this with the leaves and the flowers and the ribbon. Okay, so we need, I don't think we have enough room in this scrap, but if we do, I will definitely try, because you know, waste not, want not. We might be able to just make it work. Are you like this? Are you like me, that you're like, okay, how can I put it on here? And then, so if you are like me, so I've just, it's barely gonna work, but it's gonna work for our purposes. So if you get it on there and you know that you can't have it move, then you are going to die cut it upside down. You can also do this when you have an intricate die, and if you are sort of struggling to get a really great cut. So you do it upside down. So we're gonna set this up. I'm gonna put this upside down because, like I said, I need to see that we're getting most of the dye. How did I have that? Like this. There we go. Okay, most of the dye. And then I'm gonna just, in this case, be holding it because it's the mini. And feed it through. Oh, perfect, we got it all. Excellent. Okay. Pop that out. I saw my tool. So you can see how pretty that is. And I'm going to show you, it's like so dead easy. So we use the adhesive sheet. It's just going to peel off the back. Hi Cam, how are you? I hope you're doing well. And then this just lines up so nicely with this shape. You can just line it up with the top. And then it fits perfectly in the rest of the shape. Okay, so there's that. We'll put that to the side. So we've got those two pieces. Like I said, we don't need those two. Here's back to our card front. This was an extra strip we didn't need either. And then I had already, again, I used petal pink. I just stamped petal pink on petal pink. And this is this detailed flower here. So you can see this is two-step stamping, and I haven't done that for this card. I've based it mostly on the die cuts. Now, again, this die is quite easy to line up. I just look, you can see there's like a couple here. So it's really quite nice. It lines up quite nicely. You know how sometimes these dies, it's like they're super hard to figure out where they line up on the stamp. But this one was nice. And I can tell you that because I cut out 2 of these per card, so I did 40 of them. So I did a lot, and it was not very painful at all. So that's always a good thing. But I might have to just use a tiny bit of washi tape. Just so this doesn't move. They're actually, because we have seen the holiday or the mini, there's washi tape in there again for anyone who really loves washi tape. Okay, so we are going to pop that out, and then we are going to cut out this other one. Carry on. So yeah, hopefully everyone is doing well. For any of you who, like to watch my videos and try to follow my page, I appreciate that, and I apologize for basically seeming like I've been MIA, but I work in healthcare. I am a radiation therapist, so I give radiation therapy to cancer patients, and I am here in British Columbia in Canada. And we have a shortage of radiation therapists. And so we are feeling that at work. It's quite impactful. And I'm actually finding it to be quite exhausting. Not necessarily in my workday, but now just sort of how it's affecting me sort of after the fact. So I just sort of feel like it's catching up with me a little bit. So yeah, it's kind of stealing a bit of my joy, to be honest. And that is impacting my ability to sort of come down and be creative. And yeah. And you know, it's June. It's really busy with my son's school, with his lacrosse. So yes, my apologies. I do appreciate all of you who do watch. Okay, we have all our bits. So I'm just going to show you what I ended up doing. So what I ended up doing is I had the leaves like this, and then I had the flowers on here, and then I had the ribbon, and then this whole thing is going to go on the card front. So we're just going to play with this. And we'll see if I can get it right. So this ended up with a bit of snail on the front. And then this guy. This one won't totally be exact now, but that's okay. He was kind of up here. And then this one was sort of like comme ça. I think I actually had this leaf on top. And then this guy was up here like this. Obviously, it doesn't have to be an exact science. I'm trying to sort of just get it so it sort of looks like the cards I sent out in the mail. And then I just did this, and I did the little fold of ribbon. And then I just popped it up. So we'll get out some dimensionals. We don't want black ones. And I know I put one there, I put one there. I did 3 in my circle. And then I ended up taking an edge piece and putting it across where the ribbon was. And I just put it there. So it looks, I think it looks quite nice with the, I'm gonna have to still clean that up a bit. There we go. That stamp on there. And like I said, I had like an assembly line going, so I was dialed in with my cards and layering it and making them all look the same. So there you have it. I didn't use any embellishments. I only used, because I used the gold and I used the ribbon. But if you don't have the suite yet, if it wasn't on your list, I hope now I've placed it on your radar. It is gorgeous. Like I said, so many choices. The dies are amazing. The stamps are amazing. You've got all the seasons. And then I'm just gonna quickly show you this paper. I mean, I know you can look in the catalog, but since we're here. So this is the one I used, and then this other side, which I thought would be this would make a really sort of cool, grungy, masculine card, because you can see, to me, it's kind of got like bits of gray, so I'm actually gonna do something fun with that. I use this. The other side is the shells. Oh, this was the other one I used. It has the flowers. And then the other side has got the gold. So all the pieces have some gold in them. So those are 4. And then there's this one. That one we're using. That one I just showed you. Oh, this. So this I think would be really pretty Christmas paper. And the back side, of course, is the snowflakes. So I'll have to start to design some holiday cards with that. And then these are the pieces we're already using. So yeah, super pretty paper, all with the gold, really, really gorgeous. And then that distressed gold specialty paper. So thank you, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed that card. Maybe you have this suite. If you have this suite, I'd love to see what you're making with it. If you don't, but you think you might grab it now, I would love to know that as well. And that's it, that's all. I'm glad I could finally get on here and chat with you and do some crafting. I have so many plans. So I have plans to, you know, make a series of cards with this and offer it as a class to go. There's also memories and more cards with this theme. If you follow my page, you've seen I've posted some Brood for You cards. So my plan is to get a Brood for You bundle going and a class to go for that. You've also seen I've been showing those what's it called? Breaking News, that fun little stamp set. So yeah, I have lots of things on the go. Even if you're not seeing them. But the problem is I'm getting like half projects done and not getting a chance to post. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Hope you have a fabulous Friday. Hope you have a fabulous weekend. I am busy with lacrosse all weekend, but I will endeavor to get on here again. And yeah, that's it, that's all. Have a great night.